Hello everyone, this video will be a tutorial on how to view water elevation levels at the tide gates in the Meadowlands District and how to generate reports about the tide gates. The most important tide gates in the Meadowlands District have been instrumented so that we can monitor water levels around the structures in real time. There are approximately 10 tide gates that generate data 24/7. The first step you'll want to do in this process is type into your browser meri.njmeadowlands.gov. When finished, your page should look like mine. At the top in this toolbar area, you'll want to select Resources and then View Tide Gate Status. You will then be directed to the main page. Over here you will notice a bunch of small balloons. These balloons represent the different tide gates. If you select any of the balloons, you will be provided with the most recent and up-to-date measurement, such as the upstream data, the downstream data, the date, and the time. You can also select any of the tide gates over here on the left side of your screen by pushing the arrow besides the location. You will be provided with the same information. But what will really help you view water elevation properly is generating a report. In order to generate a report, you'll want to select Reports at the top here. Then, you'll want to select the time frame you wish to view. In order to do this, you will click the mini calendar besides From Date and select the date you wish. For my example, I will use the 3rd. And you'll want to do the same thing for End Date. Next, you'll want to select the location of the tide gate you wish to view. For my example, I will use East Riser. And finally, you'll want to select a type. There are two types to choose from, elevation and water column. First, we'll look at the data for elevation. When finished, we're going to click Generate Report. You are then given a graph of the water elevation for East Riser or whichever location you chose. Over here on the y-axis, you will notice that these numbers represent the water elevation. If you wish to view the downstream water elevation, you'll want to hover your mouse over the blue line. You see that when you hover your mouse over the blue circles, that you are provided with the downstream data as well as the day, the date, and the time. If you would wish to view the upstream water elevation, you'll want to hover your mouse over the red line. Again, you see that when you hover your mouse over the red circles, that you are provided with the day, the date, and the time. If you would rather look at the water elevation in a table, over here to the right of the graph is a table with all of the data broken down for you. You can scroll up and down this table and view the data accordingly. If you would like to view another tide gate, all you would simply do is change the location at the top here. And when finished, we're going to click Generate Report. You see that the graph has changed according to the new location as well as the table to the right of the graph. When finished looking at the water elevation for the tide gate, you can then change the type to water column in order to view that data. When finished, we're going to click Generate Report. Here, you are given a bar graph which represents the most recent and up-to-date water levels around the tide gates as well as the height of the tide gate. Here you see that blue represents downstream, brown represents the tide gate, and baby blue represents upstream. Hopefully, this tutorial video has helped you have a better understanding on how to generate reports about the water levels and the tide gates, and now you can use them correctly. If you have any questions or concerns, you can leave a comment below and I'll be sure to respond.